Ay. Oh, you did it preemptively this time. Look at that.
Be on top of everything, man.
Hell yeah.
The video.
We're recording audio as well. Look at that, man. We're going to have an actual podcast this week.
Wasn't that the last one we did when we were in person where I didn't record?
That was the last in-person one. Well, not last, but, you know.
This is gonna look like a grand return. Like, we man.
This episode's called We're Back, even though we didn't leave.
We are back.
Yeah, it's a time, man. So, we went from forgetting to record the video, then doing it digitally because Halloween.
Yep.
With Josh, thank you for being on.
Appreciate it.
And then the next week, I had COVID, or apparently, maybe. No, but I didn't, which is the funny part. I just had, like, the common cold, which seemed like COVID. And
you're not allowed to get sick anymore in this world.
I did the thing with oh, dude, I hated it. It was the worst thing.
The swab?
Yeah. Nope, never doing that again. Well, I will if I need to, obviously, but, you know.
You're going to try everything in your power to avoid having to do that again.
Which, the funny part is, like, the whole thing about when there's, like, a positive test. Like, so, for full transparency, my mother got, an hour, like, test. You know, those ones where it's like, oh, yeah, it's a quick turnaround. Those have, like, a 40% chance rate of being correct. Mm-hmm. Which is, like,
good. Really
bad. So, she got tested positive. She wasn't positive. She has like an eye infection, and then also had the common cold stuff. So
that's how you
me
got
and
the
Ryan.
cold.
Yes, and so we're just all at home. I'm working from home. My dad's working from home. Ryan is pissed because he's not at a job that can work from home. Where
I feel you, Ryan.
He can't, go put up signs and in front of houses from home. He can't, ship stuff from home. So obviously he's pissed. And then it turns out we were all negative and we got the Johnski done. It was a bad time. I hated it. It was not fun. But hey,
doesn't sound fun.
We're back.
We are back.
And
on top of all of that, I also got my life shit happening.
Hell yeah.
So it's been a wild October into November.
Yeah.
We touched on that before, but it's been like, as you can see, I keep the episodes announcements of the new episode keep going up late.
Yeah.
Just because
there's just too much going on.
There's a lot happening.
Yeah.
We have been out every week. So if you're hearing this and you've been waiting for us to post it on Instagram, sorry about that.
We've definitely posted episodes.
Yeah, the episodes have definitely been done and put out.
There's been a couple live ones too.
Yeah.
So you missed them.
OGs with the OGs started.
Dude, we got to talk about that because those streams are really fucking good.
Thank you. It's even hard for me to take that because I'm like, I feel like I'm a peon amateur first timey baby streamer.
I mean, yes, but like here's the thing, right? Like that was your first solo stream. And here's the thing that's fun about that. Now let's break this down, right?
Right.
What you were doing on there was not only being entertaining, you were also competing, well, not even competing, but performing in a game in a very high level, which we can all agree at if you've seen the stream. And then also, you were balancing audio to make sure that everything sounded right, interacting with chat, changing from different scenes at the same time. You were literally doing like 5 separate jobs of separate people all at once.
Listen,
that's the beauty of streaming.
I watch you.
I don't really do that great, to be fair.
As
you could tell from our last Figure Friday, which went
that was
not
a good time.
Swimmingly.
I enjoyed it. I didn't see. To be fair, I didn't see the beginning where you said everything was going wrong.
Yeah, everything.
I missed all of that.
Like the thing that's great is like the beginning always starts off really nice because it's just like, hey, here's some new stuff that I got in my collection. I spent too much money on stupid shit, and it's just a little fun, like move into like the actual gameplay. And then once it gets to gameplay, it's like, whatever. Like, yeah, here, we'll get a couple TikToks. We'll, like, have some good times. Maybe have some good gameplay or not. But boy, oh boy, did it not go well this week. Tried to play Forza, the new one, via my Game Pass that I own. Downloaded the game and everything. Turns out my drivers weren't good. So then I had to update those. Then when I updated those, it was like restart. And like, I can't because I'm streaming.
Right.
And then my whole computer almost blew up at a point because I said, fuck it, I'll run the game anyway without my graphics drivers updates. That's fine.
I'm sure your computer did not like that.
Nope. There was a couple people in the chat that thought it was fucking hilarious, but yeah, it was a time. And then I was just like, you know what, fuck it, Apex. And then that didn't go well because I got really bad games. And then I went to play Spider-Man, which was a really great time because I got back into that.
I jumped in when y'all were playing Apex at first, then I had to hop out. Then when I jumped back in, you were playing Spider-Man with Talon front and center in a cutscene.
Talon. It was also funny because I was like, why did I stop playing this game? Like in my head, I was like, why did I stop playing the remaster? I definitely stopped for a reason, but why? And then I start playing it, and it's literally the Mary Jane part. And I was like, oh. And then I had to play through that. And I was so mad.
It's a good streaming content right there.
But the funny part was, like, I was kind of just annoyed that I had to play it. And you know how, like, after you say, oh, I got to go to the bathroom real quick, and, like, the lady gets on the phone, and you have to sneak around her to get into the room. There's, like, those tables and the boxes set up so that you can walk into and make a noise.
Yeah.
Preemptively, before even, like, going into that part of the scene, like, when, like, I'm looking at all the art pieces, I'm just like, fuck your shit, and just running into this stuff. So I cleared my path.
That's smart.
But I didn't remember that. So I'm just like, fuck this game. This game is bullshit, making me play Mary Jane. And I'm like knocking over boxes and wine glasses.
And you
are
helped
flying
yourself at the same time.
It was so good. And then the funniest part is right when I got in like the little crouch scene, like she gets behind, you know, like a little pose. And she gets behind it. I guess her animation for like the theatrical part where it's like I'm not in control ran into one of the boxes, so it just launches one of the boxes across at the lady. And I'm just like, awesome. Like, this is great.
Never a dull moment.
Never. It's a time, man. But yeah, I'm glad that everything's sorting itself out in the life department from you. It's a good time to be alive now. We're evening out.
Yeah.
So
it's still a lot happening, but
yeah,
a lot of it's been kind of taken care of, so everything's starting to, like, the smoke is kind of settling. But we're better than we were.
Yeah, hell yeah. It's been a ride. It has definitely been a ride. But we're back. We're back in video form. We're back with more video content coming soon. Obviously, Game Awards are coming very, very soon.
Yes, we got to gear up for that.
We're getting ready for that. We'll figure out. I don't know if they released the specific time yet of when they're doing it, but that's the thing.
I'm pretty sure there's a time.
Yeah. If you go to our Twitter, which we'll plug everything in a second as well, but if you go to that, there's a link that you can submit for your boys to be a part of the future class.
Please do that.
Yeah. Pretty much it's just a nice little, hey, these guys are the next big thing in gaming, or like, you know, like, and it's a lot about representation and whatnot.
Yep.
More so than anything else. It looks like I went to the page and they already have like some people that have been like into it. Like there's like it's a huge list, to be fair.
Right.
It doesn't seem like it's like a super exclusive thing. It's very much like here's a lot of people you should follow. But yeah, there's like a lot of like different like people from different backgrounds, different areas of the world, and it's really cool to see. And it'd be really cool if we were a part of it.
Yeah, I'd love to be a part of it.
But if not, it's all good too. We'll still be streaming it. But yeah, gearing up for that.
Did the thing happen where they put out the co-stream invitations yet?
I don't believe so, but we'll check when we're done.
Good stuff.
Then we'll apply.
Yes.
So, because
it doesn't have a time either. This is December 9th.
Gotcha. All right. So yeah, we still got some ways away.
I think like 7 or 8. That's usually when it comes on.
And we'll be live for that. It'll be a good time. Speaking of December, we'll have to have our second annual Christmas video.
Yeah, we got to do that.
It'll be a little bit shorter next time, or this year maybe.
Yeah, a third of the way shorter than the last one.
A third of the way shorter. But I feel like that's going to be for the, not necessarily the better, but like it's going to be more entertaining because we'll have to put more thought into it.
True.
And more thought into like the gifts if we're doing that. Because I already have one that's, I'm working.
I got to catch up. But I have something saved that I think I'm going to get.
Gotcha. So what I'm thinking is, and this is a little behind the curtain. We always do this every once in a while because we haven't even discussed this ourselves.
Right.
So we got like what kind of number are we thinking about of like things or like range?
I didn't have a range in mind. I don't think we need to go dumb expensive.
Yeah.
I don't have like a specific
I'm not
number
buying
right
you
now.
a PC.
No need.
I was going to get you a PC for Christmas, but you went ahead and did it. It's all good, though.
Damn.
Get you a mouse.
Sidebar about mouse. Imagine how I felt. I looked behind the curtain when my car went down and I found out how much it would cost to get fixed. And then I remembered the thousands of dollars I spent on that. I was like, why couldn't the car happen first?
Yeah.
I could have made a more responsible decision with thousands of dollars.
I could have been a more responsible adult as opposed to putting a podcast on that was working. To be fair, the Mac was working.
No,
wherever the Mac is. Somewhere.
Oh, it's in the back of all those boxes and shit over there.
You
Off
did
camera.
good. All right, maybe. Not good. You did all right over there. But,
The Mac was working, but this is a way better operation.
Oh,
now.
yeah. Hell yeah. You literally streamed from this, and we got a better thing going.
The Mac would have exploded. There would have been a fireball on my desk if I tried to do it from the Mac.
But yeah, man. We'll figure out that Christmas video a little bit more, and we'll figure out what we're doing. I have one that I'm working on it. That's a working on thing. The other things, I'm thinking about a couple meme ones that are like not too big of a deal, but just memes. And then we'll see what we come up with. That'll be a nice edited meme video. That'll be like one of our OG super hyper edited ones where it's like
It'll be funny though.
Yeah, it's gonna be like way too edited where it's like, come on. Like I came here for a video, not a fucking like meme unload of TikTok bullshit.
Speaking of that, you know what we didn't do?
What did we not do?
Behind the curtain again. We were gonna do a whole like Ant's got a PC now video, and we started it, and then the first one went down, and we never went back and did that.
I have the footage. It's right here.
I feel like it's funnier now that it doesn't exist.
I mean, it can. That's the beauty of it. Like, we could film some shit like right after this.
We could.
And then video on Wednesday. That's the crazy part.
It should be like, it records us when we initially set up, where it's like a 90-degree day.
Oh, yeah,
we have t-shirt and shorts on.
And now we're
and then the other one we have to bundled up like, yeah, so it's the same day, and here's the computer.
Oh, shit. I forgot. Like, we recorded, like, vlog footage and shit, and, like...
Micro Center footage.
Driving, B-roll, and fucking keyboards and shit. Yeah, man. And then nothing went right, because it's saved before quitting, baby.
Man. Looking back at that now where we are is hilarious to me.
Oh, yeah, it's fucking great.
In the moment, though, nobody was happy.
Oh, no. But, hey, maybe there's a new video this week.
Maybe.
Check it out on our YouTube. You'll see. Now I feel like I have to do it. We gotta make that video.
Now we're talking about it too much to not do it.
We gotta do it. We'll film a little something after this, I guess. Fuck. That's a good point. I completely forgot about it because I know my phone is running on like 98% storage right now. And it's like, delete some of your bigger files. And I went through and I didn't delete those videos. I was like, oh yeah, I'll use them later. And I never remembered to like bring it up.
It was hard to like, with everything happening after, but I feel like by the time we actually got a working computer, it was like, whatever, we got it. The saga is over.
Fuck it. We're just going to make the podcast.
We're just going to do the thing.
That's all we are now is a podcast until we want to fucking do anything else.
Right.
But yeah, man, it's been a time and we're here. We're back. We're in lovely 1080p. I think it's 1080p.
We're something P.
It's either 720
more than
or 1080. It's either 720 or 1080.
Oh, then it has to be 1080.
Yeah. So it's one of the two, maybe. And we're here. So yeah. Let's start the show.
Yeah, let's start. Nothing else to say. Let's start the show.
I forgot to do that too. I forgot to put that in this week's video version of the podcast. Nicole Snapchatted me that as she was watching it on YouTube. She's like, "You forgot the intro." I'm like,
that's where we are now, man.
yeah.
It didn't get promoted.
Yeah. It was one of those things where she Snapchatted me and she's like, not sure if you know this. And I definitely didn't know this. And I'm just going to act like I didn't see this Snapchat because I don't want to admit that I was wrong.
Well, I'm sure Nicole's watching this.
Hey.
And she knows.
I saw it and I was like, fuck. And I just put my phone to the side. I was also, it's like a busy as fuck work week. So I was just like, I don't want to deal with the fact that I suck at video editing right now.
That's another thing. Everything is happening on top of our regular lives.
Oh, yeah.
So I still got to go through work. Like, it's just been.
Regular lives suck right now. when it comes to work, at least on my end. I don't know about
Oh,
you.
yeah. Same. When it comes to work, I've been applying my ass off.
Yeah. Did I talk about that? My one.
No, you told me. But
Oh, man.
I don't think we said it on the show.
Let's just say that I had an interview via Zoom that lasted a total of 2 minutes, where they were like, hey, do you have experience in this thing that we're looking for on the job listing? And I said, yes. And they're like, oh, well, we're not looking for that, but we'll keep you in mind for future positions then. Click. And then I was just sitting there.
Wait, they asked you had experience in a position?
In the thing.
And you said yes?
And I said, yes. And they said, we're not looking for that.
Then why did they...
Yes. That is the confusing part of the whole situation. Is she was like, yeah, we're not looking for that right now, so we'll keep you in mind for other stuff. And I'm like, and I didn't even get to say a word, and she hung up on me.
That makes no sense.
Yeah. So yeah, if you got an animation gig, you need some stuff for.
I've applied to so many audio engineering and podcast jobs, and I'm waiting. I got to hit back. Well, now that I didn't get hired by them, we'll just put all this in the intro of the show. Now that I didn't get hired by them, I applied to be an associate audio engineer at Rockstar.
Oh shit!
And then I'm just used to not hearing back. Mm-hmm. And then I got an email back. I look at my email, it says Rockstar Games. I'm like, oh. And I go in there and it's just like, thank you for applying. Once you see that,
Yeah, I appreciate the no's more than the silence.
Me
though, man.
too. I'm like, just say no.
Yeah,
Like, I applied.
They suck, but like
I applied for like iHeart, like the radio station, because they have a bunch of remote like podcast producer jobs. And if you go on their website, they keep track of what you applied for. And they all have it's a list. It's like 7 of them. And they all say in process. I'm like,
damn.
I've been applying to you since August. No one has looked at it yet.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Real world talk, baby. Now it's time for the games, actually.
Yeah, we're going to get it. Let's go.
I did it on the video, the remote session.
All right. Once the phone stops blowing up.
Kaboom.
Don't actually do that. I need you. That's the last thing I need right now.
It is an iPhone, so
I should be fine.
No, that's not at all what that means. Just so you know.
I have yet to go through an issue like that with my iPhone.
One day. Not today. One day you will. And then you'll be like,
Wake
you know
up
what?
Tomorrow morning, first thing, phone explodes.
You're just going to be like, you know what? Android for life. And then immediately, and I'm going to be like, yes, here we are.
I can't go back. I'm too integrated into the iPhone landscape.
Not anymore, you aren't.
My phone explodes. And my alarm's going to go off like, and just blow up. I'm like, God damn it, Chris.
Would you like more cheesy sticks?
What to say? Am I hungry? That probably picked up on Mike.
Probably. That was loud enough, I'd assume.
That
but
was
hey,
strange. I have not eaten dinner, so maybe that's why. All right, let's record.
Yes, let's do the thing. Yeah, we're doing the thing. Hey, here we are.
Level up, gamers, and welcome back to Save Before Quitting. I'm Ant.
I'm Chris.
And we appreciate you for stopping by as always. As always, save letter B number 4 quitting on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, and you can find us on YouTube. Titty, hashtag titty. You already know. Titty gang.
Titty.
Oh, yes, right. And
I don't know even talk about Facebook.
Yeah.
Fuck that. That just exists because it exists.
It exists until we need just so that it's there when we need it to actually for something.
Yeah. For now, it's just we have a Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No need to.
I ain't getting into that shit.
We'll give you the green light if there's ever a reason.
Give me the green light. Remember that from Pitbull?
Well done.
Yeah. Dale. It's Pitbull right there. I only remember
I couldn't. You sound just like him. I couldn't tell the difference between Pitbull and you just now.
I only remember that because I think it was back when I was in college and I was rooming with Brett. WrestleMania was on, and that was the song of the WrestleMania for that year.
That
It's like,
song?
yeah, it was "Give Me the Green Light," and like whenever like it would start playing, we'd just be like, "Give me the green light," and we'd be like out in the kitchen and shit. We just fucking like the whole time just tossing it back and forth, and it was bad. No offense, Pitbull, but get some better material.
All right, well, I await the email from Pitbull cursing us out.
He's gonna give us a job.
Yeah, Pitbull, you know what? Yeah, come
You need an audio engineer and an
Contact us.
animator.
Right. I'm sure you do. Who doesn't?
Yeah, right.
Chris, how are you doing? It's been a while since we've been in person, like we said. How are you?
Like in general?
Just generally, how are you?
All right, I guess. I mean,
right.
you know, not the best that I could be, but you know, we're getting through
Who
it.
is?
Yeah.
Somebody out there.
Paris Hilton's probably doing fine.
Who? Paris Hilton?
Yeah, she's probably having a great time.
So we think.
I mean, if you have enough cocaine, you can have a great time. But you know, life
Then
like
she's
this.
not having a great time. She's masking her normal life with cocaine.
She's just going to the powder room, you know.
Man, powder is right.
But no, yeah, you know, all right, generally.
Good.
You know, wanting to have a not terrible 9 to 5, but here we are.
Listen, we're gonna get there.
Waiting for Spider-Man,
True.
which we'll get to.
True.
What else am I waiting for? Oh, excited as hell from Disney Plus Day, which I assume we'll talk about a little bit as well, because we talked about it a lot in Discord this week. If you haven't yet joined the Discord, link in our bio.
Go do it. It's an important place to be.
Yeah, that's about it. I mean, you know, spending too much money on stuff that doesn't help anything besides my shelf's weight distribution. That's about it.
True.
Got a Spider-Man iron helmet this week. It fits.
When you sent me that, I was like, at first I didn't know what to take. I'm like, did he 3D print that?
Nope. Spent money on it.
Got it.
Yep, I spent money on it.
Because I watched the video and you just,
Yeah.
and at first I'm just like, all right, what am I taking from this Snapchat?
Chris has a problem and needs to have all credit cards removed from his wallet.
Because I didn't know if you bought it. I'm like, is that something he had?
Nope.
Something he bought or something he made himself? That's when the question started.
Yeah.
And then you answered. I'm like, all right, now I get it.
Yeah. You know, just, you know, spend. I put a pre-order on a figure today. So it's from this company called Sentinel. They're making Into the Spider-Verse figures.
Ooh.
Yes. So it's a Peter B. Parker, right? So now just keep this is from Japan. It's an import figure. So obviously a little bit more schmecks, right? It's on sale at GameStop right now, a special edition.
Of the same figure?
Yes, in which it comes with a giant gargoyle head from the intro of the movie with the other Peter.
Yeah.
Where he like jumps off and like he's drinking and reading the. So it comes with that, which is like huge and mounts on wall. So that's an amount of money that I
like how it must be an amount of money because you called it an amount of money.
Let's just say this: my hot toy that I have recently gotten, which is like the big boy figure, the adult figure, that was around $200, right? That was like with multiple payments. This is the same, and it's about this big.
You love your toys, sir.
I have a problem.
If you have a problem, then there's thousands of people out there with a problem. Millions of people out there with a problem.
Here, the way I look at it is it could be meth.
What?
It could be meth instead of figures.
Oh, instead of this.
Like
I'm like, the figure could be meth?
It could be. I could be investing in some meth markets right now. But no, like, you know, like I could be on the street doing some meth right now. Or I could be posing some action figures of a spandex-clad gentleman with muscles.
What's worse?
Yeah, that's a great question, right?
Chris does his mathematics.
So after my mathematics, how are you doing, Ant? Since we had to go into my mental state.
I'm doing pretty good. Like I said, tying up loose ends behind the scenes in life. Gearing up for the holidays now.
Yeah.
Been applying my ass off, just trying to have a 9 to 5 doing what I like. Or at least making more money. Yeah, or liking what I do. That's also good.
Yeah.
Like I recently got a new car, and then like
Out of necessity.
I didn't
Not out
plan
of
to get
like,
a new car.
ooh, let me get a new car.
Like, I wasn't prepared, but I did it anyway. So needless to say, I have a much higher car note now. So that's just another bill.
You could have just rolled around on your PC. It's got wheels.
I don't know if I'm getting it. Nah, that's not. I don't think that's safe.
Just wear a helmet, man.
I don't have any acceleration on that thing. I got to go downhill everywhere.
Look at those fans. You don't need acceleration when you got that kind of RGB.
It's not even moving the stationary PC right now, that fan.
If you wanted it to. No, I'm sorry. Continue. My bad. Sorry.
But I only bring that up to say a lot of adulting happening. So I did that, which led to my higher car payment, which then, like, I drove this new car home, parked, got in the house before I jumped on the stream with you, immediately applied to like 6 jobs in a row. I'm like, I need money.
Why would you like to work with us, Mr. Anthony?
Cash. Give me everything you have. Now, obviously I'm exaggerating. I'm fine. Like, I'm making a living.
Yeah.
I can pay for everything I have. It's just that I'd like to like supplement that extra. Give me that extra cushion.
You want to have some comfort.
Yeah.
A little bit of comfort on the side, you know.
Right.
I feel you. I agree entirely.
Right. So that's but I've been looking for a job for a while now.
Yeah.
So that just gave me even more oomph under that. Like, I wanted, because I'm not willing to just jump to like make a lateral move to do something that I'm already doing. I want to do what I want to do.
Yeah, I feel you.
I want to work with all this fucking equipment I have. It's time for I want to do what I want.
100%. I agree. Hell yeah. What did we play this week? Yeah. You lost your hat. If you want to see, I'm sorry. That's staying in. So, now that all that's out of the way of life stuff, what have you been playing this week? What you been playing, man? You've obviously been playing games because you've been streaming on Twitch.
Yeah, and that's wild. This is probably the most games I've played this week in this segment.
Yeah.
The week started. It started with the stream because that was Monday.
Yeah. OGs with the OG number 1, right?
With the OG number 1.
Yeah.
The stream started, and I played all the way through Mario 1.
Just casually.
You know,
the only death I think you had was on purpose. Like you did die a couple times at the end.
But because I lost the flower, I was pissed.
Yeah, like you died on purpose because you were like, flawless. "Oh, I lost the flower. Don't want to do it without that," and killed yourself. Yeah. And I was like, "This motherfucker almost just beat it. No fucking like qualms."
I was so pissed at the end of that stream because I was like, "No!" Like that was it. That was the only thing that stopped it from being a flawless run through of that game. But I digress. Ran through that game. I think I ran through it. It was like 15 minutes.
Yeah,
and then
it was. It was very impressive.
And then I started Mega Man X2, which was that's a favorite game of mine, of my childhood. So we played. If you're familiar with Mega Man, I beat all the standard bosses, the 8 bosses, until you go to the Sigma stages, the gauntlet at the end of the game. I stopped there on the first stream. And it was fun, man. You were in there, Nicole, Josh. Who was in that first? I think that's all that was in the first one. I feel like I'm forgetting.
There might have been one, or Lucas might have been there for a bit, but there was another person, I think, but I can't remember off the top of my head.
Yeah. But after that, I feel like I played something before. No, I didn't, because the next OG stream was Wednesday. No, Thursday.
And then, yeah.
We finished Mega Man X2.
Well, you went back and you did all the Zero
so
parts,
before,
right?
yeah. So we ended the Mega Man X2. You have to collect all of Zero's parts and all the sub tanks and all the heart tanks in order to unlock the secret weapon in the end. During the stream, I wasn't able to do that the way I wanted to, but for sake of the stream, I just wanted to get the game moving on without having to double back too much. So before we started the second OG stream on Thursday, I went and played it Wednesday night and got everything and saved it so that, I can give the people the ending they deserve to that game.
Ending,
the good ending.
Yeah.
So we started the OG stream Thursday, played through that, got the secret weapon, which is the Dragon Punch from Street Fighter, that's back when companies were really clever in what they added to games. That's really good. That's right up there with like the special editions to like PlayStation Spider-Man, the first place, the little extras and nods to other things. Like I love when companies do that because in the first Mega Man X, you get a secret weapon too. And I don't think I'm going to say that what it is because I'm going to play that and show people what that is.
Hell yeah.
But I'm sure the people in here who know what that is, but I'm going to play through that at some point. So we beat Mega Man X2. I started playing Donkey Kong Country, and if you listen to the last episode, you'll know why I started playing that.
Crunchy Kong, baby.
But I felt like this isn't as entertaining as I'd like it to be. If you're coming off Mega Man X, it's a much slower paced game. But then Chris had the genius idea, and we ran some Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
Yes, because you picked that up, right? It was on sale, right?
Walmart had it for like $35.
Yeah.
Which, if you know first party Nintendo, that's like you have to hop on that.
So what you're saying is Mario Party 9 is coming out in the next month or so.
Kart. You said party.
Yeah.
I just didn't want to get people confused.
Kart. With a K.
You said Mario Party 9 was coming. I don't see it. But Mario Kart 9 has been rumored for a while to be worked on, but
yeah.
Why would they not make that?
They'll bring it out soon. Watch it be at the Game Awards.
That would be crazy.
I wouldn't be surprised. Like, it's no offense, but I feel like Mario Kart, while it's a staple of games, it's like you can't do much different each time, Like, as of this point, like the last thing they did that was new was like the wheels were like magnetic and like the courses were like woobity wobbity.
Which was dope.
Yeah, and it's cool and I like it. But like, what could they do next? Like, they gave you motorcycles, they started ATVs.
Bringing in characters that aren't in the Mario universe. Because in 8 and 8 Deluxe, they brought in like the Inklings and Link and the F-Zero car, and
they're gonna do Mario Kart Ultimate. And it's just going to be Mario Kart with every Smash Brothers character.
I've been saying they need to just make Super Smash Kart.
Super Smash Kart?
Because once they brought in other characters, I'm like, all right, well, it looks like you're leading to something here.
Yeah, true. That'd be cool. And then, like, it'd be cool if it was, like, focused more on fighting, too. Like
it'd be a combat kart game.
Yeah, like the balloon battles and stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
the battle mode. Yeah.
Those are fun. I love those. But I feel like they don't ever get as much love as just regular racing.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it was a good time.
It was.
I actually used Ryan's copy of the game because you had sent me the picture of you with Mario Kart 8, and I was like, "Oh, where'd you get it?" And then Ryan and I went to Walmart, and we're just like, just going to Walmart to do our usual shenanigans, and then we leave, and like as we're leaving, I check my phone. And you said Walmart, and I'm like, we're already at the self-checkout. Like,
well,
I can't go back.
I just got an alert today. You might do it online, but Best Buy had it on sale too. It was like one weird price, like 36 and some change. I was like, it's an odd price.
Maybe I'll get it. I kind of want to play more Switch games on stream just because, like, I was looking at my PlayStation library and I was like, man, I'm very limited here. And, like, especially with the new Nintendo 64 and the Genesis stuff, it's like, while I'm not going to, like 100% a game, because I don't think I'm that good to beat any of the old games, because they require a lot of, like, just constantly dying and learning from your mistakes. Yeah. I'm not good at that, and I know that. It'll just lead to anger, which then again, that'll just be good content as of that point. But, yeah. And I also still need to get a fucking Pro Controller, because I don't have one still.
Get one, man. It's worth it.
I figure, but at the same time, like, they're there. They're always there on the shelf.
Very true.
I have 3 PlayStation 5 controllers.
Oh, you got the red, the black, and the white.
Yes. I have
That's right.
all 3.
I forgot that when they came out, you got both.
Yes. And I still don't have a Nintendo Switch controller or an Xbox controller for my PC.
But what you play, it makes sense for you to have the PlayStation 1.
True. So, here we are.
But when we get to what you've been playing, we'll understand why you need an Xbox controller.
Yeah.
I'm about to just give you one. I have like my Xbox One controllers.
I have a theory that it won't work, but we'll get to that. But is that all you played? I don't want to cut you off.
We played Mario Kart. That was cool. Then me and Trenton played more Mario Kart.
Dope.
Saturday morning. We also played Minecraft Dungeons together. We booted that back up. Because I felt like, like I said, shit's been going on. Life's been happening. Yeah. And I feel like you deserve some time.
Yeah.
I feel like I've been
Saturday morning cartoons, but games.
I feel like I've been running around doing a million things. I want to I'm like, yo, man, let's play something. And of course he was like, what?
Yeah.
You want to play with me?
Excited, yeah.
But that's the kind of reaction I knew he would give, and also the kind of reaction that I'm happy he gave, because as busy as I've been, and I finally like, all right, let me ground myself and be like, yo, let's play. Yeah. And he's still excited to be like, oh man, let's go, because we were all young. It's gonna get to a point where just like, come on, Dad. Yeah. When he gets like a teenager,
he's gonna be like, I can run circles around you on Roblox, sir. I don't need to play with you.
And then I'll be like, I want you to, because I don't care. Yeah, I don't care about Roblox.
I think Ryan suggested it to me, like when he was saying like, oh yeah, with the OG streams, like if you played with Trenton, it'd be cool if you did it on Saturday mornings, because then it's like Saturday morning cartoons. Stay tuned. It's like Saturday morning something.
Yeah. I like the idea.
So yeah, I'll give him credit for that, because he definitely told me that. I just hadn't. I'm of the mindset where I'm like, I don't want to be like, hey Aunt, play games with your child on stream so we can get the views. But I'm like, if you guys are gonna play, you guys are gonna play. But I don't want to be like, do it,
Do it for the views.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. I would rather it be like, oh yeah, I want to do that. So I'm not like trying to,
Well, when you came in today, I told you I kind of already was having the wheels were in motion.
That's why I'm more comfortable saying it.
Because
here we are.
I think it would be funny, behind the curtain talk, I think it would be funny if I did Trenton teaches me about Roblox stream, and I will get Chris frustrated. Not get you frustrated, but I'll be frustrated like you get frustrated doing that with him.
See, I was also, it was ironic. I was talking to Ryan about when I forget what day it was. It was like maybe like a month or two ago, and he was down here playing before we started. And the way he plays is so crazy to me, because like he just switches around to like different like community games like this when he's doing really good in one. And I'm like, oh, you're doing really good at this platformer puzzle game type thing. And then he's like, oh yeah, no, screw that, nerf something. And then he's doing really good at that. And then he just switches, and I'm like,
these kids nowadays coming up have zero, like, I don't want to say an attention span, because clearly he pays attention to be good at it. Yeah. But they're on to the next thing like that. They're growing up in an age that's all like their whole life is on demand.
True. Yeah.
So they can just go from one thing to another thing and they're just on phone apps one after the other. I watch him play, and I'm just like, you didn't even like digest that. But for him, it's just like, what? I'm done with that now. I'm done with this.
Yeah. I'm done being the best in this game. I'm gonna go be the best in this game now. But yeah, that'd be cool.
I mean, to sum it up though, we played some Minecraft Dungeons. That was fun. And I think that was it. So Mario 1, Mega Man X2, Donkey Kong Country, Mario Kart 8, Minecraft Dungeons.
Hell yeah. Kicking ass with the games, man.
I know. Well, now I have, motivation too.
Yeah. As far as I go, broken record here, Apex Legends. Boy, oh boy. I don't know why I play this game.
You don't know why?
Yeah, because, like, I love it, but I also hate it with a burning passion. Like I'll hop on and I'll have, like, 3 really, really good games, and I'm like, fuck yeah, firing on all cylinders. And then I'll have 1 bad game, and it'll ruin everything.
It just ruins your streak.
Literally everything is ruined. Like, it'll be like, oh, it's this map, and we go to the map, and we lose because there's certain things that happen. Like, there's a lava map that's for arenas, and, like, it's gotten to the point where, like, if I'm playing with, like, a group of people like Ryan or Lucas or even the guys from Haptic, we'll literally just be like, okay, so we're not playing that because that map is infuriating and we always lose, or there's always some stupid bullshit that goes on, and, like, fuck it. And it always happens on that map. But then at the same time, like, the same shit happens on other maps. But it's that one.
But that one scarred you more than the other ones. Got it.
So, like, it's just, like, stay away. Like, that's the no-go zone. But, like, I don't know, man. Like, I have fun with it, but I'm also just like, Like, I'm wondering when I get tired of it, because there's not many shooters out there that I play anymore besides that. I don't play Warzone because I think it's just a money grab with all the different like the contracts and the blueprints and stuff. Like even I fell into that for a while when I used to play. I don't want to buy the new Call of Duty.
It's getting pretty lukewarm reviews.
Yeah, I saw that there was an article that one of the guys sent over too that it was getting like 40% less sales for this Call of Duty, so it looks like it might be dying off a little bit. And then Battlefield, like when that comes out. I think it is out actually, isn't it? People are playing it right
Battlefield?
now. It's 2042. I think it is out. People are playing it right now.
I haven't seen like reviews or anything. That's what made me.
I think people are playing the Portal game mode already, and like that's the only stuff that I want to play is like the community built stuff.
That's the only thing I care about.
Yeah.
After playing the demo, I was like, yeah, I'm not going to be playing this part.
Like the multiplayer looks fine and it's cool and whatnot. It's just too big for me. Where it's like I don't know. It's weird. It's like the Fortnite game mode where it's like the 50v50. Where like you just like constantly respawn back in. It's like the same exact thing, but bigger. And like even that Fortnite game mode, like when I used to play Fortnite, was too much for me. And I was like, this is just like TDM warm up for actual game of Fortnite.
Right.
As opposed to this where it's like hundreds of people, it feels like. No matter where you are, you will get killed from behind. You will never know when you're getting shot from somewhere unless you camp. And like that's it.
On top of there being snipers and vehicles, and it's just like I could get killed in any possible way at any possible time.
Some dude could just randomly be like, I want to fly directly into the ground right there in a jet and just kill you. And like, you wouldn't even have any say over it. There's no control. I understand that it's more like an actual like, you know, war zone or something like that. Like, hey, there's this city and there's a bunch of these people fighting. Yeah, it makes sense that a lot of stuff's going to happen. You're not the protagonist. I get it. But at the same time, like, if I want to play a game and have fun, I'm not playing that game. Like,
right.
I'd rather play Portal and be like, oh, here's 100 of us with muskets and 4 people with ARs. Like, you know,
that would be funny.
That's like fun. That's more fun and like more party game-esque. And like, it's a good time as opposed to trying to be like, oh, I got to be the best in this lobby and dying like a million times for no reason and nothing like makes a difference. And it doesn't feel like your deaths actually matter.
Right.
That was my main thing in the one game mode when we played in the beta. Like you could die 30 times and it didn't seem like it affected the score. Like we would still win, and like it doesn't matter. But like at the same time, it does. But like in theory, no.
Right.
But yeah, Apex is it's a fickle fiend, and I'm 50-50 on it always. But I've been playing that. Played that on stream on Friday for Figure Friday. If you guys have been joining, or if you don't know about Figure Friday, every Friday I go live at around like 6:30, 7-ish, and show off any of the new figures or stuff that I've gotten for my collection of things. This week I had that Spider-Man helmet that we were talking about. And then also I got, what else I got? Shit. I got a Funko Pop for Christmas. It's a gingerbread cookie of Spider-Man. And the icing...
It's on brand.
It's really cool. There's like a whole line of it. There's like a Black Panther. There's a Captain America, which Ryan got, an Iron Man, and like Scarlet Witch and Hulk and whatnot. And they're really cool. Like they look like just gingerbread cookie Funko Pops that are really nice. The Spider-Man one's on like a clear flight stand, and he's got like a web, but it's icing. And it's really cute. And like I don't like Funko Pops as much anymore, but I'm like, that's one that
Make an exception for that one.
I'll make an exception because it's almost Christmas time. That's great and that's beautiful. Cool. I got that. What else did I get? Fuck. I can't remember what else I got. I showed off a couple of customs that I finished. I finished a nice Super Commando figure. It came out way better than I expected. I think that's it. I can't remember. But on stream, I tried to play Forza. So I have Game Pass. I don't really use it as much as I should. Because it's a very good deal. Like no matter, like I have it and don't use it, and it's still a good deal to have. Tried to play the new Forza 5, and my graphics card was not updated to the most recent model because obviously, you know, new game, they're gonna update your graphics cards and whatnot. So I go to do that. I hit the download button. It it downloads, and then I have to restart my computer. So I'm like, I'm not gonna do that. So they gave me an option to launch the game without doing that. So I was like, oh, well, if there's an option, that means I can play the game. Let's do it. Boom. Get into the game. like, okay, now I want to play with controller because that makes sense for a driving game, not on keyboard and mouse. I download first I plug in my PS5 controller just to see if it works. Didn't. Cool. Downloaded a program that would emulate my PS5 controller as if it was an Xbox controller. That didn't work. Cool. What can I do?
Did the program not work, or did it just not work with the game?
I don't think it worked with the game at all. Okay. That's what because I used a PS4 controller as well. I used Ryan's because I don't have a USB, like the regular USB for the PS4.
Right.
Like, I don't have those cords anymore because they just all broke over time. And I don't have anything that requires it besides PS4 controllers, which I don't use anymore. Mm-hmm. So I used his, tried that. That didn't work. And I have a sneaking suspicion that it was just not going to work at all, no matter what I tried. So I was like, fuck it. We're not playing this game. It almost crashed the stream. Right. There was a moment where it literally almost blew up my computer. And I just like force quit the game out. And I was like, fuck it. Gonna play Apex. Went to play Apex, had 2 bad games. I was like, fuck it, I'm done. Fuck this game. It sucks. It was funny too because like I messaged Lucas. I was like, hey, do you want to get on? Because Ryan's in Virginia. So I'm like, hey, I'll get Lucas on stream. We'll have a jolly good time. And he didn't answer me because he was doing things because, you know, he has a life, you know, as opposed to being like, Lucas, I need you to get on Apex right now. As of this moment, you have nothing going on. Do it now.
Cancel everything you're doing.
Yeah. Cancel everything. You're playing Apex. Like, no, dude has a life. And I was like, fuck it, I'm done. So I played Spider-Man. I did like 2 or 3 missions. I got to the part after Doc Ock gets shut down by Norman Osborn and you start doing Harry's stuff. And then I went back to Apex with Lucas. And then you joined in and gave us some rousing questions.
Oh, no. I didn't join in. I was invited to join in randomly.
So I had meant you were in the chat and I was like, hey, do you want to play Apex? And you're like, I'll get on at like 9:30, 10. And it was around that time and I'm like, okay, Lucas is getting on now. Maybe if I just join the party and add Ant to this, he'll eventually come and play. Meanwhile, CLD's in the chat's like, nah, he's asleep already or some shit.
I'm never asleep. I should be. If I'm not in the game, I'm not asleep. It just means I'm doing some other bullshit.
So, like, we're just, like, playing, having a nice time. And then you join the chat, and we're like, oh, shit, he's going to get on. And you weren't getting on. You were just, like, doing stuff around the house and just joined.
I was like, is this live? You're like, yes. I'm like, well, I don't care. I would have said it anyway. I just got out the shower.
Which then Lucas thought was fucking hilarious and then asked you we were talking about it yesterday at D&D, which was funny because you were like, okay, so was it like a shower or a shower? And you're like, what, Lucas, what does that mean? And like, here's the thing. I understood him because I was also of the mind of like, why is that weird to say you just got out of the shower on stream, right? That was where my mind was. So when he said what he said, I was like, that's a justified question, but I'd be more
the question. I really didn't.
You hop in the shower and, you just like make it a little bit cold and, you start thinking thoughts and, a shower as opposed to just a shower, where you go in there all business, you go in for business as opposed to.
Maybe it's the way he was like, was it a shower? Like, or a shower? I was like, I have no idea.
He was the guy at the airport that's at like in a new country. It's like, are you here for business or pleasure? That's what he was asking you pretty much.
Well, it was a little bit of it was a mix, I guess. I don't know.
Jesus Christ. Here we are.
Not like
behind the curtain, shower curtain.
Well done. It wasn't a pleasure shower.
Yeah, it was just
I got clean.
Yeah, there you go.
But the reason I said are we on stream, like as if it's on video, but I stood out. I stepped out of the shower.
Oh, you were in the shower. Okay, gotcha.
I stepped out of the shower.
Yes.
My phone lit up. It said, CJ King wants to invite you to a party.
Yes.
And I hit it. Like, when I'm talking about I hit it, I'm like dripping wet. So I'm talking to you guys.
As if we could see you.
Yeah,
okay.
That's why I was like, is this live?
Gotcha. Okay. That makes more sense now. But it was a time.
As I was getting ready, I'm just talking to y'all, like holding it and getting ready and drying off. But it was fun though because it led like my entire evening after that was like I'm just holding the phone doing everything else around the house.
Yeah, and Lucas and I are just raging at Apex while you're like, so fuck, marry, kill. I don't even remember any of them because they were just so fucking like out of left field.
One was like Don Cheadle, Seth Rogen, and
I forgot the last one, but
and like Fred Flintstone or something like that.
It was Fred Flintstone. It's obviously Mary Fred Flintstone because he's the only. No, it wasn't Fred Flintstone for that one.
One of them
that was the one with
Scooby-Doo.
Homer. It was Fred Flintstone, Homer Simpson,
and Peter Griffin.
And I said kill Homer because fuck him, get him out of here. And then I said you got to marry Fred Flintstone because he's the only one with like a stable, good job, yabba dabba doo. And then
Lucas said, "Wait, Homer's a safety technician."
Yeah, and I was like, I don't know that because I stopped at season 1. So here we are.
It's in season 1.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay, I watched 2 episodes. I don't think it's enough in there. But either way, yeah, it was a good time. Every Friday, try to do that. It was Saturday last week, but every Friday, if I get anything new, I will have a couple things this coming Friday because Brett was over in Florida and picked me up something that I had on pre-order, and for some reason they said, you know what, that pre-order that was supposed to be here months ago, you're not getting it till next year of the same exact month that we're in right now. And I was like, excuse me, this is on shelves right now. And he like calls me and he's like at Galaxy's Edge, and I'm like jealous as fuck. And he's like, hey, what are you looking for? And I'm like, this. And he's like, oh, they have like 1 million of them. And I'm like, please. So I sent him my money and here we are. But yeah. So yeah, I have a couple new stuff for this week, and it'll be a good time. Hell yeah. But yeah, that's what I've been playing this week.
What a week it's been.
Yeah. I did go to see Eternals.
What'd you think? Are the reviews correct?
I mean, it's not bad.
I've never heard anybody say it's bad. I heard people say it's like slow.
The pacing is terrible. And the action is okay. The funniness is good. The acting is phenomenal because they have like big name actors. But like, I don't understand why I should care, if that makes sense. Like, there's a lot of stuff that happens. It's just happening. You're like, hey, this is happening. This is happening. Cool, that's a thing that's happening. Oh, cool, but we got to figure out why this is happening. Let's stop this. Oh, big denouement moment where we're realizing that we're not who we think we are. Ooh, gotta do that. Now we gotta do this. Oh, now we're against each other. We're not a team anymore. Bada booey. And then it's just like, it's so slow though. Like, right. And like, you're like, can we just get to the point? And then when you get to the point and it's over, and like it has like, you have like the closure where it's like, okay, it's over. We're cool. And it's like solidly, quiet. It's quieting it down. And then, like, another thing happens, pretty much. It's like, you fucking thought we were done. And then it cuts to the credits, and we're like, okay, cool. And then end credit scene 1, I forget what the first one was okay. The second one was dope.
All right.
And I don't want to spoil it, per se. But, like, the thing... So I'm going to say this. The second one is a voice that happens. The scene is... something I actually predicted that it was going to be, which is ironic and funny because I'm good at these things. But there's a voice that says something in the scene, and that voice is what the slick part is. And I won't say who it is or why it's cool, but the voice that happens is really cool, and it's awesome. And it was funny because Ryan and I both didn't know who it was at first because I just didn't recognize the voice. And then once I looked it up and I found out who the person was, the actor who was playing the character, I was like, oh, fuck.
All right, I gotta go see Eternal. I mean, I want
you have to see the post-credit scene.
But I feel like I'm gonna have to know the shit that happened in Eternals for later.
Not at all. Not for that scene. You don't need to know shit at all. All you need to know is that Kit Harington is in the movie.
No, what I'm saying is I'm going to have to see Eternals just so I have the knowledge going forward for other Marvel movies, won't I?
Probably, but also,
I don't want to wait. I don't want to wait until it's on like Disney Plus
to be over. I don't want to wait for our lives to be over.
Does anybody know the words of that part?
I don't want to wait.
I don't know anyone who knows what's being said there. Now we're gonna get mad hit ups of like, these are the lyrics to that part.
But I don't want to wait. Anyway, so yeah, it's okay. It's literally okay. That's it. And like, it's a 2-hour long movie that doesn't need to be 2 hours long. There's a lot of things that happen that are kind of cool, and then there's a lot of things that happen that are like, oh, I don't care.
I'm just worried about not seeing this movie and then seeing like the Hawkeye series or Spider-Man, and there's references to this movie that I won't get.
Yeah, I don't know about Hawkeye if that'll happen.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I could be wrong. It's not out yet. But Spider-Man, there's more of a chance, but at the same time, no. Because I feel like Loki fucked up the Marvel Universe in a way that's irredeemable, which is weird because it's the one of the best Marvel things there is, but it dives into something that is not meant to be a multi-movie thing of the multiverse. The multiverse is not meant to be like this whole fucking like, oh, people can come in from this universe and that. Like, the reason the multiverse was invented in comics is so that the new comic buyer, like Trent walks into the comic book store, he doesn't want to read Batman number 463. He wants to read Batman number 1. So they reboot the whole entire universe and they start it from the beginning at number 1. That's what the point of the multiverse is, to like reset every single time so that they can get new fans in at different points while also continuing others and then letting others go. That doesn't work with movies, in my opinion. Like, it worked with Spider-Verse because it's like this contained thing. It's like Spider-Man specifically. Like, even the comics did a Spider-Verse comics and it worked because it was like this.
It was contained within the universe of Spider-Man.
That was it. And it was like different versions of Spider-Man specifically. With Loki making it like all of this could be fucked. And like the stones don't mean shit. And then it's like you're watching Eternals and all this stuff's happening. And you're like, oh my God, this is like world-ending stuff. But then you're like, yeah, but it's like this world, not like the world of like another universe. Like, there's another universe where this doesn't happen.
Because it's almost as if like, then why do I care about consequences now?
Exactly, because nothing matters. But at the same time, it does, but it doesn't. And then that's the thing that now we're in this constant state of why should I care?
Okay.
And then like that's why Spider-Man I think is going to be at least somewhat like more like we should care because it's going to actually have consequences. Same thing with Doctor Strange. Hawkeye, no. There's going to be no consequences whatsoever. It's just going to be a fun series. I think it's going to be like Christmas Carol mixed with what's the movie again? I know the movie, I just don't know the name of it. Jingle All the Way. It's going to be Jingle All the Way with bows and arrows.
Turbo Man.
That.
When does Hawkeye start? It's this month, isn't it?
It starts at the end of this month into December for Christmas, I believe. Because I think there's like it like links into Christmas, like for the series, like it's like the holiday season.
Yeah, because all the art for it is all snowy Christmas stuff.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. It was okay. If you want to see it, go for it. But also like, don't expect good stuff. Just be like, cool, okay. Angelina Jolie was okay. Camille Nanjiani was great. He was very nice. And then I forget the other names of the other actors, but yeah, it was just a lot of things happening and a lot of things that didn't matter.
All right.
What's his name was really good too. The guy who played Fastos. He's from Atlanta.
What's his name? A bigger black dude.
Yes, he was great.
Well, I like him as an actor. He's good in like everything he's in.
Yeah, but like he was like great, dude.
All right.
Like he was my favorite character of the whole movie because he actually, all of his plot and his subplot made the most sense. Like there was like specific, like there's a part in the trailer that you see that like where he's like crying and stuff, you know, like that. It's literally about that long in the movie as well. But like the weight of what he did / like his influence on what happened, plus like his like what happens with his family that he has now and like stuff. It's like, dude, it makes him so cool. Plus his powers look the coolest too.
Right.
So like he was like cool as fuck. And then Camille Nanjiani was like number 2. You know, and then the Superman guy sucked ass. I hated him the whole time.
Somebody else said that. I was reading comments, I think on Twitter or something.
Yeah,
somebody put up a picture of him like, this guy sucks.
yeah, like, and it's weird because it's like it's not even about the character. I was just like, I don't like this guy. Like overall, like let's get this weird guy out of here. He's just being weird, and I don't like it. But yeah,
I'm not for the weird shit.
I'm not for the weird shit, guys. Fuck out of here. Yeah, that's what we got. Now it's time for the news.
The news you can use from these two dudes. That rhymed.
Yeah, technically.
I walked like ass backwards into that. Let's see.
Let's see. My phone's on 18% as always.
Of course it is.
It was at 50 when I left.
A whopping 50.
But here's the funny part about today was I left mad early by accident and then thought I was late because I haven't been in my car because I've been in COVID quarantine, but not actually. So I didn't set my clock back.
So did you not check the time before you left the house?
No, I looked at my phone. I was like, okay, I should have enough time to stop at Walmart, get some food, and then I get in the car. And as I get in the car, I was already early from just doing that. I look at the clock on my car and I'm like, oh fuck, I'm late.
I was wondering why when I was like, yo, 6:30. He was like, oh, I can leave at like 45. I'm like,
yeah,
that's why I was like, you have an hour and a half.
It was weird because I was like, oh yeah, I'll leave in like 45 because I was gonna stop a couple places, and then after that I was like, oh, I'm extremely late. So then I sped, and then I was like, wait, fuck. So then I stopped at Walmart, Target, and then I stopped at fucking Wawa, sat in the parking lot, and ate my fucking food because I was like, I'm starving, I need to eat. And then I got weird looks. Here we are. But the news. Man,
that's what Wawa's for. We did not collect a lot of news. First one I'll let you tackle.
Where's it at? Where's the link?
Right there.
This is the video, isn't it? This is the reveal.
I mean,
trailer.
it's the same shit.
Well, I want the costume thing. All right.
Well, we got to start here and then go into that.
So starting off, we got the official reveal of the look for Spider-Man in the Marvel's Avengers game that's coming November 30th, I believe, is the date.
Yes.
So that's when everything is getting released for the new DLC and whatnot.
Trailer was cool too.
Trailer was good. It was very campy. It was it reminded me a lot of Spider-Man His Amazing Friends Spider-Man. He's very super jokey, as opposed to more of the more recent Spider-Man that we get. It's more accurate to me. It makes more sense. Yeah. This is Spider-Man.
That's even Spider-Man we grew up with. I remember Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man Saturday mornings, he was like that.
Oh yeah.
Just constantly talking.
Marvel's Avengers. But yeah, man, we got a nice reveal trailer for that as well. The gameplay looked pretty slick. It wasn't really gameplay, it was just video of what he was doing. And then it shows the Avengers coming to back him up and whatnot. Yeah. My favorite part of the whole entire trailer was the ending sequence while he's swinging through the city. And I think it was the first person he saw before everyone else. Because Cap's just standing on the building like a weirdo, as opposed to Iron Man flying up. But when he says "looking good, Kamala," and then goes to fist bump her, and then her hand is huge and he fist bumps her giant fist. That moment right there, I went "oh" out loud, so fucking loud, and I was like "oh." And this is during the work day at home. Yeah, at home, and my mom's like, "What the fuck?" And I'm like, "Shut up! This is a moment I'm having." Side note about that, real quick. At the Disney Plus Day, before we get into, we'll talk about it slightly more. Apparently, for Miss Marvel, the show, she's not gonna have the same powers as she does in the comics. She's not gonna have the stretchy abilities. She's not. No, she's gonna have Captain Marvel abilities, pretty much, which is so weird to me.
Why?
I don't know. I think they are trying to. There was something an article written saying that they're trying to separate her from Mr. Fantastic, just because the Fantastic Four is coming to the MCU soon. But I'm no, why would you change her powers? I get it. More the thing that's the most important about her is her background and everything about her as a hero.
Right.
But the stretchy powers are so cool.
My thing is that going to affect, is there a universe in the comics where she has... Nice.
There's literally a gif of the Kamala putter there. I fucking love it.
Is there a universe in the comics where she has those powers, or has she always had the stretchy powers?
I don't think there is. I think she's just a fangirl for Captain Marvel, and then she takes the name of Miss Marvel, but her powers have always been the stretchy stuff, which is weird to me that they would change it. And that's just what people are talking about after the trailer, but we'll get back to that later. Yeah. So going off that Spider-Man reveal, they also released a pretty lengthy article talking about all the suits and the cosmetics that are going to be available for Spider-Man. I'm assuming these are going to be a decent bit of money because all of the skins in the game are, which is going to be kind of abysmal for me because I kind of want them all. if I'm being honest. Besides the Secret War one, which it's whatever. But they started off with the first one, which is the classic suit, which is a little bit different than their in-game suit, which is the default. It looks classic as fuck.
Yeah.
Based off of the OG comics, it has like smaller eyes. Doesn't have the what's it called? Camera lens, the aperture stuff going on. But it's just very classic looking Spider-Man. Really nice, really good. Then they have the Marvel Avengers iconic suit, which is the suit for the game. It has a different like spider logo, which I like. It's pretty neat.
The designs on the blue.
Yeah. It doesn't have the belt cut area that normal Spider-Man does. It's also funny because they said that they used this picture as reference, but like not really, in my opinion, but here we are. After that, there is the Bugle Boy suit, which is just such a good name. It's literally just him in a sweater over a button-up blue t-shirt, jeans, and some Vans with a camera strapped around him with the Spider-Man mask on.
It's Peter Parker just with the mask on and not the rest of the suit.
Love it so much. I love that one. The Secret War suit, I don't like this costume in general. I don't like it in Insomniac either. It's in that one.
I don't know anything about the Secret War.
It's pretty much just in the Secret War limited series, he got this suit, and that's it. In my limited knowledge of it. But I'm just not a fan of it overall. Like, I like the drawing that they showed of it, and that's neat, but like I just, it doesn't look like Spider-Man to me.
Yeah, I can see that.
So there's that. Next is one of my favorite suits, the Spider Armor Mark 1 suit.
And they had the comic you
They even had the fucking comic. If you didn't see it, Need It or Yeet It, episode 1, which we got to figure out a different name for the series. We'll figure it out.
And some more shit than Need or Yeet.
Yes. We'll do that soon. I still have to wait for my keyboard to come in that I spent too much money on. But this looks amazing. It actually, in my opinion, looks better than the one in Insomniac Spider-Man, because Insomniac took some liberties with theirs and made it a little bit more stylized to their game. This looks like it's almost like a copy-paste straight up from the comic, which I like a lot. I will 100% buy this one. Next is the Spider Armor Mark 3 suit, which is also in Insomniac Spider-Man. Which is ironic that I just talked about how they copy and pasted from the comic for the Spider Armor Mark 1, because they definitely stylized the fuck out of this one.
They really did.
Yeah, like it doesn't look at all like the source material or like the one in Insomniac, which is the Insomniac one's a copy paste from the comics.
Yeah.
So that's very interesting that they took the opposite route with this, but here we are. They also did Spider-Man Noir suit, which looks phenomenal.
That looks dope. That's the one I stopped on. I was like, all right, that looks good.
I love this cover that they put it with it as well. I assume I'll be posting some of these pictures up on the screen. If not, then deal with it. The link to the article will be in the description of the video. I'll put that there. But I actually have this cover and I love it. But yeah, there's a part of me that wants him to have a fedora, but that's Into the Spider-Verse.
Right.
So whatever. My battery's at 15%. There's that.
Of course.
But yeah, that's a brief tour of some of the outfits, and it says some of the Spider-Man outfits. So that means there's going to be more. There most likely will be like the weird little like different colorways that they do for all the other heroes and whatnot. Maybe we'll get a Wakanda version like how they had the Hulk one.
Yeah. So that would be interesting. I'm excited to see those. I'm
curious to see them and see how much they cost money-wise. I'm curious to see what the storyline is. I know it's supposed to be an event, but it doesn't really look like they're doing what they did with Hawkeye and Kate Bishop and Black Panther. It's more of like a mini event kind of. So it's not really going to get like a trailer of like, here's the story of Spider-Man, you know? So here we go. I'm excited.
They knew they had to get Spider-Man out for the end of the year. They had time for that. They might add it later or something.
This is their last DLC too, which is the crazy part to me. Like, this game has been out for like what, like 1.5-ish years, almost 2 now? Coming close to it, because I think we started talking about it when we first started. So like, I don't think we had it in hands yet either.
No,
because like I remember we got it, and then I started shit talking it because it was bad.
I didn't. So, I had the demo. I didn't have it, and then you had it. Yeah, and you started filling us in on it.
It was like about like a year. It's about a year now. It's taken a year for them to get Spider-Man in. It's their last DLC that they have advertised. I don't know if they'll do any more in the future. Add any more heroes. Add any more story. I would assume that it's on its last leg, you know, like kind of like being like, yeah, this is the end of the game.
Like, no matter, like, even if the game is okay now,
Yeah.
I'm sure in Square's position, they're like, this game is costing us way more than we're actually even ever made on this game.
Yeah, 100%. I'm excited to see if they do something different next time, since they just did Guardians and that was such a fucking good time. Maybe they revisit Avengers, or maybe they leave it to Insomniac.
We'll see.
We'll see. But yeah, that's about the best news we got this week for Spider-Man. November 30th, everything drops. I will definitely be playing it. I will most likely stream it as well. Let me check what day of the week that is, because that might line up beautifully with a specific... No, it doesn't. It's on a Tuesday. Cool. So
Is
on
it
the
Tuesday?
3rd, it's on a Tuesday. Yeah, November 30th is Tuesday. So for December 3rd, for Figure Friday that day, you bet your ass I'll be playing Marvel's Avengers.
We already know what you're going to be doing.
So there's that. But yeah, that's a good time, and that's that. What do we got next up in the news?
That's all the Disney Plus day.
Oh yeah,
stuff.
I should have just waited.
I mean, all right, if you want to get like some real quick news out, Grand Theft Auto Trilogy dropped.
Oh yeah,
Definitive Edition, and it's getting slammed because it's like it's a very lazy port. There's really weird like character models, and they're all deformed. Like there's really weird rain effects. There's a lot. If you just search GTA Trilogy on Twitter, you'll have a list of just glitches and fucked up shit happening in that game.
I sent one to CLD as a meme the other day. It was like when you're on a motorcycle and you're playing as
up close one.
Yeah, you're like up in his face and he's just like doing this the whole time.
Like it looks much better than the original. Obviously,
yeah,
it's way smoother, 60 frames per second, all that stuff. It's just like the effects and the character. It looks like they took the time to make it look beautiful, but then didn't take the time to iron out a bunch like bugs and stuff. It looks like something that's obviously going to be patched. We're going to get a yellow letter on Twitter from Rockstar saying like, we're sorry.
Yeah.
Going forward, here is our, what's the thing called? There's our timeline of how we're going to fix somebody did call it the Cyberpunk of 2021.
That's extreme, but hey, man, if it's that bad,
I don't think it's that bad, but it definitely needs work.
All right, that's sad to hear. I mean, I wasn't really excited for it to say the least. Like we were talking off mic, previously that I've only personally played Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, and I haven't even like beat the campaign of that, because that was one of those games where like you get, when you're a kid and you're playing that, you're really not trying to beat it. You're like, oh yeah, let me beat the campaign, and then you get to a part that's maybe a little bit too hard, and then you find out about cheat codes. So it's one of those things where it's like, I was a kid, and I'm like, I'm playing it, and I can't even remember the mission that I just couldn't beat, and then I was like, you know what, fuck it, and I go on to like GameSpot and like cheatcodes.com, I think it was, just like straight up that, and like you just find all the cheat codes and you just start like spawning tanks and have like unlimited ammo
fun.
And unlimited health, and like
That was a good time back then.
And I was like, this is much more fun than me trying to beat this mission over and over and over again and losing. And the funny part is like I could have just beat the mission with the cheat codes, but I didn't.
I used to like, I beat 3, Vice City, San Andreas, 4 and 5. And then after I would beat them, that's when I would go back and put all the codes in and start fucking shit up.
You did it the right way.
But I don't judge you for what you did, because
I was also like a child.
That shit was just fucking fun.
Yeah.
So I get it.
Yeah.
But I don't know, like,
it's also weird to think about. I was one of those kids that had a rated M game bought for them from their parents. That's hilarious.
How old were you?
I was like in,
because I think San Andreas had to be like 2004 or 5.
I was in like late elementary school.
So you're like
almost
10.
Middle. Yeah. Like 10. And my mom bought that for me. That's crazy. I was
Shout
one of
out
those
to
kids.
I was one of those kids when, I mean, it was a little smaller scale, but Mortal Kombat came out when it was all controversial.
Yeah.
And
there's blood in the game. Oh my God, it's ruining our youth.
They're ripping heads off. But
cats and dogs living together, mass hysteria.
Pretty much. And my dad got me Mortal Kombat for Christmas. And I'll never forget the look my mom gave my dad when she realized what he did. But at that point, you can't do anything. I see it now.
Yeah.
So now I'm like, I have it. I'm going to slowly back out of the room and go play it.
I have it. There's no way that you can return this at all. I own this now. It is mine.
And they did not. It was mine. And I went downstairs promptly because on the first Mortal Kombat, you had to put in a code to get the blood. A B A B A B B. Oh, A B A C A B B. That's the code. And
what controller had a C?
Genesis.
I don't know what a Genesis controller looks like. Is it the one that has the screen on it? That's Dreamcast,
That's
right?
Dreamcast, yeah.
That's weird.
I don't have a Genesis controller at arm's reach, but
I genuinely do not know what that. I should know because I got the Genesis thing.
it shows up on the thing when you load it up.
Yeah, it does.
Well, just next time, man.
Bet your ass it doesn't.
Yeah.
I didn't see it.
Anyway.
Sorry.
So as she was mad at him for that, I promptly went downstairs, put in the blood code at when that game come out, 93?
I wasn't alive.
And I was 9. 8?
I was not a twinkle in my dad's eye.
I was 8 and was ripping out spines and setting people on fire. And
I was swimming.
you're swimming for a while because that was.
I mean, probably, yeah. I definitely wasn't the twinkle at all yet. I was nothing.
You were a thought.
I was
maybe.
an amoeba. I was a nematode.
Let me fist bump you now. Like, look, you made it.
Look at me, I'm a nema.
You made it through.
Look at this amoeba now, bitch.
You beat all the other sperm.
Hell yeah, motherfucker.
What would you like to say to all those competing sperm that were trying to race you to that egg?
I don't know, bro.
Get good.
Gotta go fast. Hey.
I don't know why I just pictured you just yelling at your dad's like, obviously not at his dick, but at his crotch, like, get good, motherfuckers. I made it.
Just looking back.
Yeah.
Like, bitch.
Ryan's like, I made it first.
I was here first. But, yeah, man. The GTA 5's not... GTA collection. I said 5. Why?
It seems like a lot of the glitches are only on San Andreas. From what I've seen.
Of course it's on San Andreas.
From what I've seen.
Of course, man. Because that's the one that I would
every
fucking
time
play.
somebody shows a video of how like it's being bad, it's always San Andreas.
Yeah.
I watched 3 being played, and it seemed like 3. Just a way better fidelity 3.
God damn.
The Elden Ring demo. People got the Elden Ring demo.
Yeah.
We did not even. I signed up for that.
I didn't get the email about it, so
We were not the lucky ones.
Yeah.
But people seem to like it. It's more like they said it's just more open world Demon Souls, pretty much.
Which I don't think I will like, but here we are.
I'll
appreciate it for what it is. It's definitely a great game, most likely, but I won't be good at it, which means that I hate it.
Which means that I hate it.
Inherently.
I just thought that we would like maybe as we get closer to the game, the people who signed up will get a chance
Maybe
to get the code. Kind of how they did like with Battlefield.
Yeah. Is that the new games next month or no? The new PS games, PS Plus? No. I thought I saw it on the left side, but it might be last month.
This is November.
So we still don't know what our month game is for December. Damn.
But I mean, the Steam Deck got delayed.
It did. Mine did as well.
I didn't go check mine, but the delay for the first ones to be sent out is February 2022.
Yeah, I think mine was Q2, I believe, because I think I got in a little bit late from the original like time when it went live. But yeah. So
if you're Q2, then I'm Q3.
Yeah, here we are.
Because I was Q2 originally.
Yeah. Well, we'll maybe get them at some point. I mean, to be fair, you don't really need it right now. Yeah, you haven't even played games on this yet, have you?
I'm not. I have this super souped up game ready computer.
And all you have is like Streamlabs, Discord, and
Pro Tools.
Pro Tools. That's all. And then Google Chrome. That's all you have.
Everything I had on the Mac is just souped up for the PC.
One day you'll get a game. Do you have a Steam
I have
yet?
Game Pass on there.
Do you have a Steam?
Do I have a Steam
account? A Steam account.
Yeah. How else would I have pre-ordered?
It's a great point that you just made right there. That's an amazing point. and I give you kudos for that point.
I have no games on my Steam account though.
Okay, you gotta get in the Steam is the indie machine right there.
I know.
You can hop in there and get an indie game for like $0.01.
I know. I always see all those like console sales, and then they'll show like the Steam sales, and they're way cheaper.
I cannot wait until next summer for you. The Steam summer sale is going to be your
when I get
bread
the Steam Deck
and
too,
butter.
I can't wait,
dude. It's gonna be a time.
I'm gonna have to retire the Switch as the indie machine. It's just gonna be the Nintendo machine.
Hell yeah!
Which is exactly
the
what
Switch
it is.
is just gonna be that. Yeah, it's just the Nintendo.
It's
machine.
just for first party Nintendo games.
But yeah. So after that, there was obviously Disney Plus Day that happened this week. I don't think we'll dive too deep into it.
Yeah, we don't gotta like go every single little thing.
I guess just the highlights for us specifically. Obviously the big one is the X-Men animated series.
Put it in my veins.
Yes. Kudos to CLD to putting that in there almost immediately. I think he tossed that in there, and I was like, ah! Like my jaw dropped. Was it you or
was it me?
Oh, fuck. Sorry, CLD.
But no. But CLD saw it first.
Yeah.
Because I didn't even know there was a Disney Plus Day happening.
Yeah.
I'm just surfing on Twitter or Instagram or whatever. I'm just like,
IGN's just like, hey.
I'm like, this is happening. I'm like, oh shit, this is happening.
Yeah.
And then by the third thing, I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah.
Is there an event happening somewhere? And then that's when CLD informed me that there is a Disney Plus Day happening.
Yeah. It was a cool time, man. Like there's a lot of cool stuff going on. Big ones for me. I really liked this TV series that they showed off. She-Hulk looked really cool. It was really cool to see her with like the unitard type looking thing, like the gymnast outfit. It was cool to see that in live action for a second. Kamala Khan, Miss Marvel, even if they change the powers, I'm still excited for that because she's very, very cool of a character. Even though Avengers didn't really do her the best, it's fine. I still liked her in it.
We'll power through.
Yes. And then obviously Moon fucking Knight. Dude.
It looks beautiful.
I cannot wait for that motherfucking show. You have no idea.
I'm just interested to learn more about Moon Knight.
Dude, he is a insane human being. Literally with like schizophrenia and like multiple personality syndrome. And he believes that this Egyptian god is telling him what to do.
Okay.
And while he has like these multiple personalities and whatnot, and like he has different like each personality has their own version of Moon Knight and whatnot, and it's just he's insane. And he imagine Batman, like the Robert Pattinson Batman, but like clinically insane.
Oh shit, he's already pretty unhinged.
Oh yeah, but like, and he's fucking insane. He's a great time. I don't know if you've ever seen. There's a comic book panel where he's talking to the Punisher. And the Punisher is like, I forget what Moon Knight's actual name is, like his under the mask name. But he's like, how's your weird Egyptian god doing? And then Moon Knight's like, he's doing fine. How's your dead family doing?
Ow.
Yeah, like
Ouch.
he is like, imagine Deadpool but better. In my opinion, I like Moon Knight
better
more.
As in funnier, like quippy,
Darker.
like Deadpool, or darker.
Quippy and in a dark way. It's like Spider-Man and Deadpool at the same time. And then if you put like a whole entire My Chemical Romance album on top of it, and
like
that's
some Joker dialogue on him.
Oh yeah, just like this we live in a society type bullshit.
Okay,
and
right.
It's so fucking good. It's ironic too.
You're selling me on this big time.
It's so good. I remember when I first found out about the character was in Ultimate Alliance. I found him as one of the characters, and it was just Moon Knight, just dude with a giant billowy cape. Looked like Spider-Man in a white suit with a cape. And I was like, that's cool. I thought Deadpool was Spider-Man from that game, too. Like, I didn't know any of these characters.
Yeah.
And I remember playing, my team was like Spider-Man, Moon Knight, Deadpool, and then I would switch it out with Iceman because he's fucking lit. I forget who the other ones. Sometimes Wolverine, but Iceman more so because Iceman is amazing. And like the whole he had a skin where like he didn't have his face, and it was like the eyes, and then it was like a fucking like plate
right
from the Age of Apocalypse. Oh, it's so cool. And he had like fucking spikes on him and shit. Oh man,
I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm extreme. Yeah. There's also some animated shows. The main one I'm excited for is a Spider-Man one.
Oh, the freshman thing.
Yeah, Spider-Man Freshman Year, which is apparently canon to the MCU.
Oh,
and
yeah?
It is.
I didn't read up on one. I just saw it.
Yeah, canon of the MCU, animated in the style of the original Spider-Man comics, so like that old 70s, 80s,
Like that pop art kind of style.
That style, and it's in the freshman year of Tom Holland's Spider-Man, and this is right before he gets his spider powers, how he gets his spider powers, and it's probably going to be the first time that we actually see Uncle Ben.
In that universe.
In this universe.
Right.
We had mention of it only in What If so far.
Right.
With the zombies episode. That was the first time we've ever even heard Uncle Ben uttered in the MCU, because What If is technically canon.
Right.
And this will now be also technically canon, which is also funny. It's like, why the fuck can't Uncle Ben be mentioned in the real world movies? The hell? You know?
I don't know.
But yeah, Uncle Ben's probably going to be brought up. It's literally going to be another origin story. But it's fine. I'm excited for it. Anything Spider-Man, likewise to the 90s X-Men, injected into my fucking veins.
I saw that and I couldn't believe what I was reading.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
That was crazy. It was also weird to me because, I think it was last month, they did, that Hasbro PulseCon that, me and CLD were watching for, they make all the Marvel figures and shit. Mm-hmm. And two of the things that were announced there, they're making these X-Men figures, and it's from the 90s cartoon, and they come in these boxes that look like old VHS boxes, and all the figures are cell shaded. So they're making a Wolverine and a Jubilee so far, and they just announced
cool
a Mr. Sinister, and I'm like, that's really cool that they're making these, and they're all VCR boxes. You can line them up, and they line up next to each other and look really cool. And I pre-ordered the Wolverine. I'm like, that's really weird that they're doing this 90s X-Men stuff, and now a month later, hey, it's back in general.
Man,
I can't wait to hear the revamped fucking theme music. Dude. Expert. Just gonna have Screamo around or something.
I can't. I'm excited for that. Dude. That was Saturday morning after Saturday morning of my childhood right there.
I cannot wait. We're getting a Logan video game, or a Wolverine video game, and the 90s Wolverine back in our lives in the near future.
2023 is a ridiculous year.
It's crazy how much we live off nostalgia now. It's not even to the point, right now it's only nostalgia is the thing that sells. Yeah. There's two things that sell. It's sex and nostalgia, and that's it. Food kind of too, but.
And if you have some nostalgic sex, you're a millionaire.
Nostalgic sex, what is that like?
I don't know. If you combine sex and nostalgia, the two things that sell, you just get hairy bush porn.
Is that just the paint me like your porn. French girls, that thing?
Yeah.
That's the nostalgia porn? Yeah.
Nostalgia porn. Do it, Marvel.
Coming to Disney Plus near you.
Right. I would name this episode Nostalgia Porn, but I don't think that's a good title.
Nostalgia corn.
It doesn't have that X Factor. X-Men. It's full circle. What else happened?
I don't know. Other than that, there are some of the Black Friday sales making their way out.
Wait. Did you see that Chip and Dale's getting a movie?
No, I did not.
They're getting a live action. I forgot it was a movie or a series.
No thanks. If it's live action, no thanks. You said live action, you lost me.
I mean, I'm sure it's not. All right. Hold on.
If maybe it's anything like the Sonic live action movie.
I'm not necessarily sure it's live action, but I know it's just actual people doing their voices. So I'm not sure if it's animated or not.
Well, they'll be animated.
Well, yes, of course they'll be animated.
But the setting matters here.
We'll come back to that when I have more information.
Because here's the thing. Don't get me wrong. Chip and Dale, great, awesome, love it. You put them with fucking Jack Black in a movie where they're just doing some antics, I'm not with it.
It's gonna be Chris Pratt.
You're not wrong. You're not. That's the shitty part. It's gonna be Chip and Dale and Chris Pratt, and then some sort of bombshell fucking female lead, and then it's gonna be their love story or some shit.
And Chip and Dale's just along for the ride.
Yeah, and then Chip and Dale are gonna get their love interests at the same time, and it's just gonna be
some bombshell squirrel walks up.
They're gonna go on a triple date where both Chip and Dale have their dates, and then Chris Pratt and then female lead of some sort is there as well.
I just like the idea that
it's Brie Larson.
Yeah, of course.
It's Brie Larson.
I just like the idea that he's not. It's not going to be Chris Pratt as someone else. No, it's going to be legitimately Chris Pratt the actor as Chris Pratt the actor.
Like Looney Tunes back in action when Brendan Fraser made the cameo as Brendan Fraser when Brendan Fraser was playing the other character at the same time.
That's exactly what it's going to be.
That's a good movie. I don't care what anyone says. But Black Friday exists.
It does already.
Yeah.
Black Friday started like November 1st.
It did. I was very surprised by that. There's nothing that I've seen that I've wanted yet, personally, so I'm still scoping stuff out. But some Walmart Black Friday stuff. For November 22nd is when this ad came out. The PS5 and the Xbox Series X consoles, online only, will be getting a restock starting November 22nd, which is at the end of next week, right? I think.
What's today's date?
It is a number.
Yes, next week.
Yeah, end of next week or middle of next week, around that time. But yeah, that's getting a online release, $4.99. So decent prices, you know, what they're supposed to be fair. So you can get a early access if you have Walmart Plus, which is like I don't know, some sort of subscription thing that you get like free shipping. It's like Amazon Prime, but for Walmart.
It's genius for those big box companies to have a plus certification. Because people are going to sign up just in order to get a PlayStation.
And the beauty
Xbox.
of that, though, is that bots aren't going to be able to get them. If you have this, because there's going to be this window, it says early access. There's a pre-order window that you get you have 4 hours early access with Walmart Plus. So if you really are going for a PS5 or an Xbox Series X and you want them, this Walmart Plus thing might be worth it. I don't know how much it is, but you get 4 hours of exclusive early access before the bots get in, because you're not going to buy Walmart Plus for all of these bots. And then once that happens and you get yours and the floodgates are open after the 4 hours, then sure, the bots will come in and get what they want. But at the same time, you have a 4-hour period where you have the opportunity to get this. So
hop on it if you don't have your PS5
hop on it if you
yet.
want it. Yeah, this is your time right here. Besides that, $35 games are Guardians of the Galaxy and then select first-party Switch games, which makes me a little bit sad because I paid full price for Guardians, even though it is
but
a
you
full
had a great
price
time
game.
with it.
Yeah, that's my thing where it's like I'm mad about it because it's like it is a $60 game, and now they're charging $35 for it, which is kind of sad, in my opinion. Other than that, $25, the ME trilogy. I don't know what that is. Mass Effect.
I think I'm going to buy that so that we have it for when we start playing.
I might pick it up myself.
$25, like I'm going to go buy that.
Yeah. Back for Blood makes me mad because I have that. Well, to be fair, I only had that because I pre-ordered it on Amazon to play the beta, forgot to cancel my pre-order, and then it just showed up one day. So that's why I have it.
Shout out to Game Pass.
Yeah. Deathloop, another I'm mad at.
I'm mad at that one.
Yeah.
I haven't played that enough to warrant me spending the money on it that I spent.
Monster Hunter Rise. Cool. $20. Tony Hawk Pro Skater, Resident Evil Village, Sonic Colors, and Monkey Ball. Pretty good. Mm-hmm. And that starts on 11/22. And we're going to take a quick pause because I have to pee extremely badly.
Go pee, sir.
I drank a full bottle.
Baby drank a full bottle.
Yeah, what the fuck happened in the question section? Oh my god. What is all this?
We put the challenge out there. This is a good segue into the questions. We put a challenge out there saying that we said no one on Earth could explain Kingdom Hearts. And Yuki explained Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, yeah, she's been playing them live on stream. I've caught a couple, but no offense to those games, but I can only watch those games for a certain amount of time before I get brought back to a period in my life where I was like, I hate these games, but love them at the same time. It's weird. It's a love-hate relationship with Kingdom Hearts. But do we want to read out and spoil all of Kingdom Hearts?
Also, during the OG with the OG stream, I jumped into Smash Brothers very quickly to fight Sora.
He fought Sora, and there's a great TikTok, hopefully coming soon, of which Sora just one-shots you out of nowhere.
Yes, he got
and,
one off on me.
I don't like that.
I was not prepared for that to happen.
But then you belligerently beat the shit out of him for the remainder of the 5 minutes that
I literally
happened.
paused the OG stream to go and play that to beat Sora up and then immediately quit Smash Brothers.
All right, so do we want to read this? We want to do this Kingdom Heart lore?
This is Kingdom Heart lore, according to Yuki.
All right, so Kingdom Hearts 1. We gotta find our friends. Yay, we found them. Fuck, we lost them. Chain of memories. Friends. Maybe we found them. Fuck, we lost my memories. 358/2 Identity Crisis.
No, the description, the plot is Identity Crisis.
Oh, I thought that was the game.
Even though that sounds like a Kingdom Hearts
It
game.
does sound like a game. Identity Crisis is for 358/2. Kingdom Hearts 2. The first 5 hours of this is just wrapping up Chain and 358/2 because why the fuck not? It'll make people go but other consoles and games.
Buy other consoles.
Go buy the other consoles and games. And then it's, we gotta find our friends. We found them. Yay. Happily ever after. Meh. Birth by sleep. Lore no one asked for. But cool. Now we know why Sora died at the beginning as glorified safety deposit box. Dream drop distance. Triple D. Diners, drivers, and dives. Fuck you, Sora. You were a mistake, and that's trying to save the marriage. Kingdom Hearts 3. Sora's not allowed to have nice things because of creative burnout on the Kingdom Hearts story team, but the ultimate BBEG, what is that?
Big Bad End Game?
Is defeated.
I'm guessing that's what that means.
Big Bad, maybe. Big Bad. Like the Big Bad?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is defeated and everyone else finds their friends, yay. And then there was an addendum, Kingdom Hearts Edition. Sora is walking bank and can't have nice things. And the question is, got it memorized?
And that was my response. My
I just
response
wanted
was
to
a
stop.
gif of what's his name from The Office?
Jim.
Jim from The Office saying, "I just wanted to stop."
I only know that because I've seen one episode of The Office.
I've watched that show, the entire thing, more than once.
I've only watched it never. See, here's the thing. I appreciate clips of The Office. I think they're funny. As a series, I'm not a fan. And it's funny because my dad brought this up once, and I've never been able to unsee it. I hate the camera work so much.
They're trying to go for that faux live thing.
Yeah, it's like a documentary type thing. But the thing is, what they do, and it's every fucking shot, is they'll zoom out so everyone's seeing it, and then zoom super fucking close, and then zoom out super fucking close, zoom out, and it's just constant, and I hate it. And then and the reason why I hate it so much is because there's shows that can do it right. If you go watch What We Do in the Shadows, which is a perfect show, they do the documentary thing as well, and they only zoom in when they need to. You know,
I feel like aren't they playing it for comedy?
Yes, but too much.
All right, so they're just overdoing it.
It's there's some bits where it's they zoom in and then they make eye contact with the camera. Those I like it with The Office. But then when they're just constantly I just said a thing, and the camera's looking at them here, and they're not looking at the camera, and they just zoom in on them, zoom back out to the main conversation, and then more conversation happens, and then zoom into the next character, and it's bad, and I don't like it, but clips are cool.
That was our Office segment.
Sorry. But yeah, that was under 5 minutes, so that's all of Kingdom Hearts. Which the funny part about that
Well
is
done. I'll just give you the kudos because I can't do it.
The funny part is you don't hear anything about the organization at all. Because apparently they don't matter. You don't hear anything about Disney stuff.
No.
Either. Because none of that matters either. It's just there. Because money.
Kingdom farts.
Kingdom sharts, more like it. Get it?
Hey.
Now, I'm going to say something about this next question.
They should make a kart racer and call it Kingdom Karts. And it's Sora and a bunch of Disney people. We need to end the show.
Kingdom Karts actually would be good, though. Because you still have the K for karts, you know.
In the show, and the game, all the locations in the game could be from the Kingdom Hearts games. The main little outside town areas and the etc. Those are Disney parks, Disney areas, I guess.
See, the thing is, it was a joke, but it's also not a bad idea.
I know. At first, I was crumbling under my own idea, but now I'm fuck.
That's not bad.
They could do this.
Here's the thing. It would just be a rip of Mario Kart, but at the same time,
what is it?
You could do Kingdom Karts, right? Do that game, and then end DLC characters Mario.
Oh, because he's in Smash Brothers.
It's just a nice little handshake of the word together.
That would be nuts. What they should do is have it play out exactly like the reveal trailer for Sora, but Sora picks up something and throws it, and it's like a mushroom on fire, and then Mario comes through like Balsora did. all elegant and flies are like, woohoo!
He comes out of a pipe. He comes out of the pipe instead of the keyhole.
Right, okay, yeah, the pipe comes through the wall and he comes out all floaty and happy. And but the rest of the trailer is the exact same shot.
And then they do the
trailer.
fucking
thing. Yeah, exactly.
That meme. And then they both have extremely large muscles. That's that game.
Make it happen, Nintendo, Square, Disney. Go back in that meeting room.
So this next question, I feel like it was already asked in a previous episode, a variation of this. Not to like be that guy.
Is there a game? This is from Lucas.
Yes.
Is there a game that felt like it added an unnecessary mechanic that ended up making the game worse in your opinion?
I feel like we've answered this.
You
before.
have my answer in your question.
Yes.
CC the card game combo.
I feel like we've talked about this, but like on the podcast of like unnecessary bullshit in games that just gets added for no reason. Mm-hmm. I feel like we've talked about it, but I can't remember at all what I said.
Well, mine is the card thing.
Yeah, adding cards when they don't need to be there.
They don't need to be there. I'm trying to think of something else.
I feel like the card thing is like it was funny because we were watching the Haptic live stream one day. They were talking about the that indie game that was at Devolver for E3 where it was like the card game.
Inscription?
Maybe, yeah.
I think that's Devolver. Because that's like super hot right now.
But it's like a card game that you're playing, but at the same time, you're not really playing the card game. There's also like stuff going on in the room. Yeah. And it's like this overall like scary ambiance and like you're playing a game for your life, but the game is the card game, which is also being played in the video game. So it's like these like layers of like suspense and whatnot.
Yeah.
It looks cool, but it's cards. So it's like, you know, but at the same time, I feel like it kind of works for that one. Like,
well, see, but the game is based on the card. Like, that's fine.
But it's not, though. That's the thing. Like, it's
really. But
really
there's such a focal point.
Yeah, it. I feel like that would be a fun one to play because I feel like that not necessarily would change your mind on cards, but it would give you a better appreciation for cards.
Right, and that's what I was trying to explain. Like, I know I say it a lot, but like, only when it's unnecessary. Yeah. If it's like because Inscription, looking at it, I feel like this game can't be played without the card mechanic. Mm-hmm. It's only when it's a game like an action adventure game. Yeah. But you throw cards in there, but like, well, I'm already a character with weapons in a world.
Like the dice game that's coming soon.
Oh yeah. Like it's just shit like that. Like, well, I don't need the card thing. You're just adding another mechanic in a game that already has a list of mechanics. Yeah. Now I have to pay attention to this for no reason.
Yeah. There was that one with the dice character, which that one looks good.
It does look good.
It looks like Coraline, but with like D&D overtones and like but with
the
cards.
Dice is your mechanic. That's the X factor.
But the dice isn't like used. It's like a little buddy.
Right.
It's not like you roll your little buddy or.
But there was cards in it too, right?
Well, the cards were like different moves and power ups and stuff that like you can like use and like you burn them as you use them. Pretty much like they're not like always there. It's like, hey, I picked up a card. This card allows me to cast a fireball at an enemy.
Oh, well, and that's assisting you. That's fine.
Got a boom.
Okay,
you know?
All right.
But then there was the first person game that was the same way as well, where it was like you're like speed running through the level and there's like enemies, but you also have cards on the bottom right as well. I forget what it was called. I think it was also Devolver, ironically. But yeah, I kind of agree with the card thing.
I don't have a mechanic other than the card thing right now, but one thing I felt like got super oversaturated after a while, when you could tell by how many of them got either canceled or people stopped playing, was like the hero shooters. They stopped just being shooters, and now everything that came post Overwatch, Fortnite and stuff, even though Fortnite's not really a hero shooter, it's just a bunch of skins.
Fortnite Save the World is the actual game.
Well, I'll add that. Yeah. Fortnite, Overwatch, Apex. Mm-hmm. But then you had like Valorant, and there was another one that no one plays. It got completely like
Paladins.
Paladins was one. That's not even the one I was thinking about. It was one that came out. It did so bad, and then no one played it again. I do not remember what it's called.
Splatoon.
No. But
I can't wait to zoom in on that.
There's another one because they came out with a game after that and it also failed and it like kind of bankrupted the company.
I don't remember it. Shit.
Fuck, I'm mad. I don't remember what the game this is. But anyway, for a second there, it was like, oh, you could Rainbow Six Siege. This is hero.
Yeah, that's a hero shooter technically.
It's just
operator shooter.
Right. But it got to the point where it's just like, okay, everything can be a hero shooter.
Yeah. I agree. One thing that it's not necessarily like an annoyance or like something that like ruins the game, but like I don't like when random puzzle solving is tossed into a game. I kind of realized this when I was playing Spider-Man again on Friday, because like the parts where like you have to unlock the map and like you have to like line up the sound waves, and then there's like the hacking thing that you have to do on like the tablet where you like make the electricity go to the other side, and things like that. I'm just like, why is this in this game? Like, this is a fucking gorgeous game, and you're making me do like simple puzzles that are like part of like not to be a dick, but like a child's game for like learning, you know. You're making me do this.
That was one thing I was glad didn't go over to Miles Morales when that came out.
And the thing is, like, they do it like well with some of them, like the mini games when like, oh, you're helping Harry with his little booths and stuff, and it's like there's smoke clouds, so you have to swing into them. So that makes more sense to me, because like I'm Spider-Man.
You're being Spider-Man.
Yeah, as opposed to, and like you could make the argument you're being Peter Parker for the others because he's a genius.
But you understand what we're saying, though. Like you're here to be Spider-Man.
Yeah, I'm here to be Spider-Man, but like if you're gonna do the Peter Parker stuff, I don't think that's Peter Parker stuff in my opinion, because that's simple as fuck. Peter Parker is like borderline. He's not border. He's a genius. So like you're making Peter Parker do like the sound wave thing, which takes me like a millisecond to do. Like I understand I am Peter Parker in this game, so it's easy for me.
Right.
But like you gotta give it some sort of like challenge or like something better than what it was. Right. And that's not to say that they were bad. It was just one of those things where I was like, it just slows the game and like brings it to a complete.
We don't
halt.
need this.
Yeah. Like, I go up to the fucking tower to unlock the map area. And, like, to be fair, you only have to do it one time for each, like, not one time. Overall, it's, like, one time each. And it's, like, once it's done, it's done. But, like, all of your momentum from, like, swinging and, like, doing crimes and, like, taking out bad guys, it's just stopped. Make the sound wave perfect.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? Like, I'm not a fan of that kind of stuff where it takes away your momentum and it's just, like, nah, you're doing some puzzles now. And that's not even a knock on puzzles. Like, puzzles are great. Like, if there was a game just of, like, the little, like, I'm pretty sure there is, like, the electricity connecting where, like, you put, like, your pieces there to, like, be like, oh, yay, if I go from here and then I can go through this area and I have this many pieces to connect to get to the other side, sure. I want to play that game. I don't want to play that in Spider-Man.
Right.
Personally.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I think that as the, my realm is like not the action, but the mascot platformer, as those evolved, it kind of took away the reason, like what made those games snappy and fun. Perfect example, y'all saw me go through the Mega Man X2 game. That game is like, you get little bits of dialogue, but that game is quick, to the point, fast paced, snappy. You're in levels, you're out of levels, you're killing bosses, you're on to the next one, it's constantly rewarding you for doing well.
Yeah.
As those kind of games like evolved through the generations, like after X5, it's so much story now to where it's like I can barely be snappy with it anymore. You can be in the middle of an action stage and then the screen will stop and be like, there'll be dialogue. I'm like this is not what made the game popular.
Yeah.
The reason that we played them is because it was quick. You're in and out. And even with like Sonic games, like the old school Sonic games, you're just running from left to right. There's really nothing to think about, but it's just constantly rewarding you, and you're constantly in motion. You're constantly solving problems. You're constantly beating bosses, getting rewarded, bonus stages. Yeah. Once it became 3D, now like he has 8,000 friends and there's constant cutscenes. It's like, no. The max you need is like Sonic, Tails, Knuckles. They have different mechanics to do simple things. Too. The pink one, Amy?
Yeah, she's cool.
Amy was fine because she got there early on too.
Yeah. But
it's like the overabundance of like, we need to pump characters and story. It's like, no, it's the most simple story. It doesn't need to be, You don't need to overcomplicate something
Yeah.
that was popular because it was simple.
I agree. Yeah.
Maybe that's why I feel a way about as the hero shooters got super big, because I liked the hero shooters that were put out as the hero shooters. Once everybody does it, it was like, all right, well, number one, you're not doing it as the best game that does it.
Yeah.
And it's like you're giving me unnecessary like people love them, and I'm not knocking people who love them.
Yeah.
Like Apex does it super well. But I feel like there's a tier of people who do it super well, and they should do it.
Yeah. It's weird too, because like games like Overwatch, I thought they did it super well. Like back when I was like into Overwatch, like Overwatch was pretty much my Apex back in the day. Like when I was in college, like we would literally get home from class and like Brett and I and like Josh would load up into games of Apex, play competitive for like hours, and like just constantly grind that. I had it both on PlayStation and on PC. This was before crossplay too, so I was just like going at both of them like from both ends.
Yeah.
And it was just the perfect hero shooter. And now it's crazy because like I'll load up Overwatch and it's not the same, because like you have games like Apex that like do it so well where it's like, while it's not always balanced and like perfect, you know, like it's more about your gunplay, because everyone can have any gun that they want, and then the abilities are like secondary but still an assistance. And I don't know, it's weird to see. Like even Valorant's okay. It's really weird to me about Valorant because it's like, as a CS:GO player, like I used to love that game, and that was my like it game before Overwatch. And seeing Valorant come out, I'm like, oh cool, it's Overwatch and fucking CS:GO. And I played it and I was like, this is just too much at the same time. And then, like, it's not good. Like, it's just overall, like, it's a fun time to play with friends, kinda. But at the same time, it's like the gunplay is not the same as CS:GO, like the way they work. But then at the same time, you feel like you're playing CS:GO. And it's like, I'm falling into my muscle memory, but I can't do that because this game isn't the same.
Right.
And it doesn't feel right, in my opinion. But yeah.
And that's the thing. Like, I don't want to come off as I'm saying hero shooters are bad. No, not at all. That's not the case. Like, I think hero shooters are great. There's a reason people flock to those.
Yeah.
I just started noticing the oversaturation of hero shooters.
Yeah. Just shooters in general, man. Like, I feel like that's all what games are nowadays. It's either a shooter of some sort. Like, it's like shooter, battle royale, or character shooter.
50-hour action adventure.
Yeah. That's like the three that you get. And then the indie category does everything that it wants to and more, and like hardly gets any love. And I'll even be like blunt. Like, I don't give enough love to indies as I should, because like I more so love games than I do like specific. Like, I'm good at shooters like overall, but like indie games are dope and like they're just a fun time.
Yeah.
And like I'm not necessarily always having fun when I'm playing a shooter. That's the issue. As opposed to like if I go play an indie game for like 2 hours, I'm having a good ass time. Like my favorite part is I'll have to get you in on this because I don't think you know about this, but on Twitch, if you link your Amazon account to your Twitch, you have Amazon Prime, pretty much you get like free games every single month. They just give you this library, and you just hit the claim button, you download the Twitch app, and then you just have this insane library of indie games that are just expansive. And like I have over like 300 plus games right now because they just give you them for free. They're just like, here you go. Fucking
it's
take
almost
the
like,
games.
why wouldn't you take them?
Exactly. And like I almost forget sometimes to go in and just claim them. It's like the PS Plus games, but like better.
And I think that's why I like companies like Devolver, or because they give you that feel back of like, yo, quick hits. These are like, you don't gotta be super invested. It takes me back. Indies take me back to the times of when it was like, look, this game is exactly what you see. It's fun. It's little quick bursts of fun. You can play them alone. You can play them with friends. It's not something you have to like, all right, I have to like get in the mood to play this. Yeah. We all have those games where it's like, all right, this game is something you have to it's just to the point. It is what it is. And I know this could come off as like old man sounding.
No, it's accurate as fuck.
Because I'm sure kids now are like, well, what the fuck? Like, because I love these new games too. I don't want that to get lost in my frustration with certain things, but it's just like
Sometimes it's too much.
I just want to sit there and play the game.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to turn the game on, let the game talk to me, then play the game for 3 seconds, cutscene, dialogue,
and then read.
Yeah, it's like I just want to play the. I'm here, like you said with the Spider-Man thing. I'm here to be Spider-Man.
Yeah, that's it. That's pretty much it. We just want to be Spider-Man. Let us be Spider-Man.
Right.
that's the title. Let us be Spider-Man.
Let us be Spider-Man.
Yeah.
That's great.
Make sure you remember the hyphen, because there's a hyphen.
Right. It was either going to be that or mathematics, but now it's let us be Spider-Man.
or Venom. What was it? Venom.
Venon.
Yeah, Venon. Inside joke right there. But yeah, man. Well, this has been surprisingly that question. I thought we answered before. And even if we did, I think we gave a better answer than we did the first time if we did answer.
Yeah.
Because that was actually decent conversation. Like, that was fucking firing on all cylinders.
You awoken feelings in us that we didn't know we had.
Appreciate that, Lucas. And thank you, Yuki, for submitting all of the canon Kingdom Hearts stories. You forgot the part about the ice cream bars, which I'll forgive you for now. It's fine. That's the most important part of the Kingdom Hearts series, in my opinion. But as always, you can follow us at save the letter B, the number 4 quitting, over on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, and here on YouTube for the video version every single week on Friday. New videos coming soon. We're gonna probably figure out some new Need It or Eat It's at some point. We got to figure out a new name because it's a little bit too close to the Smosh people and their Eat It or Eat It show.
Yeah.
So, Cool Things, the show.
Maybe. Cool Things, the show. You heard it here first.
I feel like that's, Cool Things,
We'll come up with something.
Hopefully creative. But in the meantime, you can check out our other videos we got on the channel. We got some YouTube shorts going on. We got some old gameplay of Resident Evil, which we'll get back to at some point, maybe.
Promise.
Maybe.
Right.
But we got some more retro stuff coming at you soon, too. We're going to, at some point, get into some PlayStation 1 classic games. I really want to play through Spider-Man 1 again.
I thought about that as we were talking, and I'm like, what we should do is just... One day we do OGs with the OG, and everybody thinks it's me, and it loads up and it's you, and you're playing Spider-Man 1.
And I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm here at this house. I live here now.
All the lights are off. It's like, all right, Anna's asleep upstairs, but we're doing OGs with
it's
the OG.
It's 3 in the morning.
Don't ask how I got in. I never left.
And then the cord's going to hit in the hallway. Ban it. Everyone in the house is going to wake up.
Get the fuck out. It's me yelling from upstairs.
Romeo will be freaking out at me.
Right.
But you can follow us everywhere. You can also reach out to us on our email, saybeforequitting, fully spelled out, @gmail.com. And you can go to our website. We forgot to talk about it, but we have new merch up this week.
Yes.
I didn't even post it on social media. I just posted it on the Discord for the Discord peeps because, Discord peeps are the peeps. But I'll post it on regular social media soon. It's a nice, cool, glitch design of SB4Q just because, we don't really have much besides just Save Before Quitting and Nerdy Gamer people. Right. So SB4Q now, I'm going to keep it straight up. I saw a TikTok of that process of how to make that, and I remembered that I knew how to do it. And I was like, oh shit, I remember learning how to do this in the school that I went to for this specific thing. And then I was like, yeah, I'll fucking do it with SB4Q. And then I did it, and then here we are.
So go check it out.
Yeah, go check it out. It's on hats, it's on t-shirts, it's on hoodies, and apologies for the sizes. I know CLD's trying to grab a large, but Streamlabs is being abysmal and not restocking larges, sadly, for some reason. I will say extra larges do fit pretty well if you are a large, and 2XLs are nice and comfy if you like bigger stuff. So either way, it's going to be comfy for you. Appreciate you guys for listening and sticking with us every single week. We're back. And make sure you follow us on Twitch because right now we're about to go live, and you probably missed it.
Probably.
But if not...
we gave you no forewarning, so...
True. And it's also 4 days after we were live, so... But every single Sunday.
9:55 p.m.
Jesus Christ. I thought it was earlier. Here we are. Well, guess we were playing specifically an hour, and that's it.
Yup.
That's it. That's all we're playing is an hour of Forza Horizon 5, actually. All right. We'll catch you next week. Make sure you always save before quitting. Oh, yeah. I forgot one thing. I got the turtle van this week. Did I show you that?
Yeah, you took a picture of it.
Oh yeah. It's
and I
pretty
was very
shit.
excited to see it.
It's shit, dude.
Yeah, you told me that too.
Yeah, dude. It's like the same exact shit as it was back when it first came. It's like the cheapest plastic and
You
like.
slide the door open, there's shit in there.
Oh yeah, you just open the top and then the door
Yeah.
flings open. Yeah. And it's got the little bombs that like roll out.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Takes me back.
Yeah, it's a time, man. But yeah, that's the thing.
Isn't the van the one that had like the pizza slicer things you could shoot out the
No,
front?
that's a different one. Because this one is just the regular one, and it has like the door that flies out, and then the bombs fall out, and then there's one that shoots the sewer lids.
Yeah, the sewer lids.
Yeah, there's different ones. There's different vans, but I have one. Vans for your mans.
Vans will make her dance.
Isn't it bands make her dance?
Yeah.
All right,
Vans
that's the
will
end of
make her
that.
dance. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Let's live stream. Oh, yeah.